Hey guys, Set here and bringing to you today another My Hero Ultra Rumble video. This time, lots of great full bullet Deku action, which I'm sure you guys have come to love on the channel. Or at least, I hope you have. Anyhow, before we get into the game commentary, I'm gonna give you guys, just a very quick story from work. I know you guys do enjoy those work stories when I do offer them up. So yeah, just a quick one at the start before the game gets into full swing. The other day, I was working at the gate line of my station, and as I'm working at the station, one of the gates stops working, and this is one of the gates where a customer will tap their station, their transportation card onto the gate, and it will open the gate, and they go through with their journey to take the train. So that's how it works. You guys have all been in train stations, I'm sure. You know how it works. Either you pay with a ticket or you pay with a card. So I'm standing in front of one of the gates because it hasn't been working. There's 3 gates in a row, and I'm standing at the one on the end. Now, this gate isn't accepting cards, which is why I'm standing in front of it, because I'm opening up the gate and trying to reset it so that way it can start accepting cards again. So I'm standing directly in front of the gate, working on it. To give you guys a perspective, just so you can have some idea of what it looks like from where I was standing. Imagine if you were standing in front of an ATM, but not using it. Everybody's used an ATM before. Imagine standing in front of an ATM. So then this guy comes up, a customer, grown man, and then he stands beside me and he reaches across my body, starting to stretch across from me to try and put his card onto the card reader of the gate that I'm currently working on, that I'm trying to reset. So imagine you're standing, so again, just for those who can't picture the visual of a train station, imagine an ATM. You're standing in front of an ATM, somebody comes to stand next to you, reaches across your body, and tries to put their credit card in the ATM. That's essentially how stupid it is, what he tried to do. So he's reached across my body on where the card reader is on the gate that I'm standing right in front of because it's not working. And he taps his card. And I look down and I can see his arm right across my body, and he's sort of leaning half over me to do it. Obviously the card doesn't tap because there's a problem with the gate, which is why I'm standing right in front of it in my uniform trying to solve it. And he taps it again. Still doesn't work. Again, I'm looking directly down at his arm, and in my head I'm thinking, what are you doing? Taps it a 3rd time, and I can see it's not registering in his brain. It's not gonna work while he's half leaning across me. And that's when I snap and I say, can you not see me standing here? And then his head kind of turns to look at me, and now I'm looking at him, and then he steps away to the side and he goes, oh, why is it not working? I said, forget about why is it not working. Can you not see me standing right in front of it? It's obviously not working. I said, there's 2 open gates right next to you that you could have used, but you wanted to come and reach across me. He's like, oh, well, if you're standing there, then that means that it normally should be working. I said, if I'm standing right in front of it, why would that mean that it's working? If it was fine, I wouldn't be standing in front of it. He's like, oh, well, it should be working. Why is it not working then? And I said, it's not working because we're trying to solve that and find the reason why it's not working, but there's other gates for you to use. And he's like, oh, well, I don't see why you're getting so upset for. And I said, you came and reached across me while I'm standing in front of a gate I'm trying to work on when there's other gates for you. Like, why would you do that? And at this point, we have a little bit of a back and forth now, because he's like saying, oh, why isn't it working? Why would I not know that it's working, all this stuff? And I'm trying to tell him I'm standing right in front of it. You can see me trying to solve it, and now you're reaching across from me. You get the whole idea. So then eventually, this lasts for maybe about 5 to 10 seconds of quick back and forth between me and him. And then he goes, oh, you know what? You're right and I'm wrong. You're right and I'm wrong. And obviously he was being snarky and sarcastic when he's saying it, and now he's tapped his card on the other gate, like next to it, and now he's going through because his friend's on the other side waiting for him. You're right and I'm wrong. You're right and I'm wrong. So then I look down slowly and I get back to working on the gate, and all I say is this: thank you. I could have shouted back at him, I could have been sarcastic, but I could have said anything, but I thought this is going to wind him up the most. Because at my true heart, I am a wind-up merchant. And I know how to wind... I don't look to do it, but if someone's annoyed me, I'm going to wind them up now. So, I just look down and I say, thank you. And I say it so genuinely. Oh, I said it as if it ended the animosity between us. And he didn't say anything. He just walked through the gate. And I know that burned him up so much. Because it wasn't even 3 seconds before he turned around. You know what? You're not right. You're a fucking dickhead. That's what you are. You're a dickhead. And now he's shouting at me from the other side of the gate. And now I just start cracking up. I'm just looking down and I'm just laughing because I'm finding it so funny now. It burned him so much to think that from my perspective, I believed that I was in the right and that he conceded to me. That because I responded to his sarcasm so genuinely, he couldn't let it go. He couldn't walk away. He didn't want me to think that he actually apologized to me. And that he actually conceded that I was the one who was right. Even though it was so obvious he was being sarcastic and being snarky about it. Because I took it, you know, I knew he wasn't, but because it looked like I took it so genuinely, he could not walk away from it and leave it like that. And then his friends pulling him away, he's like, come on man, just go. And then I was just laughing. And my colleague was next to me, you know, standing not too far away from me. And next to my colleague was my manager. This all happened in front of my manager. I didn't give a damn because I just knew it was so funny. Even my manager found it. Like when the guy walked off, I was like, did you see how he turned around at the end there? And she was like, yeah, I said he couldn't let it go. He couldn't let it go. He didn't want them to think that. He didn't want me to think that I had won that conversation. But yeah, after that, I didn't say anything back to him because I was just laughing. You know, I knew I had burned him enough by that point. But yeah, it was very funny. You're not right. You're an effing dickhead. That's what you are. When he turned around, he's pointing at me as he's saying it. Yeah, he was so mad. He was so angry that I just said thank you to his to what he had said. It was funny. So yeah, 10 KOs in. This is the, I think it's 12 or 13 KOs. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, this was a good match. I don't know who's watching me giving me 93 likes, but I'll take it. It's a shame that when you give likes in this way, it doesn't go towards your weekly like goal, because you know it's like 300 or something along those lines. But if you sit in someone's spectate and you give them 500 likes, it doesn't contribute to the missions. At least whenever I've done it, it doesn't. So unless they've changed it very recently, but from my experience, whenever I've done that, it doesn't take to the mission parameters. Otherwise, you could just get rid of the thumbs up missions super easy. I mean, I don't know why they would. I don't know why it's such a big deal for them to not let that happen. It's not as if, you know, it breaks the game. You're just not gonna get that mission done a bit quicker. That's all. I feel like it's impossible for you to have an interaction with an overhaul without taking a gamma from him. It doesn't matter what the situation, unless you hit him once and he goes down. If he has any chance to do anything, regardless of whether you win or lose, you are probably taking a gamma somewhere in the process from overhaul. Yeah, it's almost as if it's, you know, a rite of passage. You are not allowed to down this man without first tasting his gamma. Zenyoku de. I think Darby's one of those characters. Strike Darby, you know, is very strong. But I think he's also one of those characters where he's very, very strong, but simultaneously it's very, very difficult for him to win a 1v3 unless everybody is already compromised like crazy. Because if you do his beta grab, you're basically asking to take loads of damage because the other two are just going to shoot you while you're doing it. And his alpha, you know, probably isn't safe enough for him to do without taking damage as well. But yeah, GG's to him for trying. So yeah, 13 KOs there. Yeah, there it is. That's the skin I was looking for, yeah. 13 KOs, 5k damage. Pretty decent game there. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. So yeah, 13 KOs in one game. Not too shabby. Shout out to Red Deku. You know, he really does pack a punch. So fun to play. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the match. And we'll roll on to the next. Alrighty, second match in the video. This time we're on everybody's former favorite map, because it was the only map, USJ. You know what? I cannot stand playing on this map these days. You know, sometimes I don't mind it, but generally, I don't know about you guys, but I really don't like playing on this map anymore. I didn't mind it that much back when it was the only map, because I guess you just kind of had no choice. You know, it was the only thing I ever knew. You know, it was the only thing you ever really knew, so you couldn't really compare it to anything. But I think when you play, you know, when you've played enough games on the city map, you realize this map is kind of annoying, actually. You know, it doesn't hold that same complexity that the city map does. And sometimes complex is bad and simple is good, but I think in this situation, I feel like this map is too simple compared to the city map. Like this map on its own, when it was the only map, I thought was, you know, it was fine. But once you know the city map, I'm like, this doesn't feel like there's enough here. But I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh on it because, you know, it is the OG map, and I'm not saying it's like a bad map. I don't know. I just don't really enjoy it the same way that I used to. Like whatever appreciation I had for it, you know, a bunch of it was lost once the new city map came out, and you know, we all got used to having fun on that one. But again, some characters are gonna play better on this map than the other one. Some players are gonna enjoy this map. I'm not saying this map is bad. I'm not saying you're wrong for preferring this map if you do prefer this map. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I personally, this map just doesn't really do it for me anymore. You know, I'd much rather play on the city map. But yeah, what about you guys? What do you think? Do you prefer the city map? Do you prefer this one? Like, it's to the point where, you know, if I'm playing, like some days if I was to play ranked and I see this is the map, I might just, you know what, I'm gonna play later. Call me when the city map is back, you know? You know, I noticed a fair few overhauls do that. They do the gamma twice. That doesn't seem, it doesn't seem worth it to me. I'm pretty sure, like, you should probably do, what, one gamma, then hit them with the alpha, right? And then you at least have another gamma sitting there if you want to do it again, you know, once they get back up. But it's going to the point where I've seen it quite a bit now. I'm kind of thinking, are you guys just panicking in the moment? Because let's be real. A lot of us know good, you know, combos for whatever character we main, but it doesn't mean you always do them. Sometimes you just kind of think, I ain't got time to do this. Or my brain is so frazzled right now with things I'm trying to figure out. I didn't choose the right thing. I just went for, you know, damage and didn't think about it. So maybe that's happening, but yeah, I almost feel like it's kind of obvious. Like, why would you gamma twice? But I don't know. I I don't main overhaul, so maybe there's something there that I don't know. No matter how many seasons pass, hitting Toga when she's in midair doing that blade strike is always going to be kind of difficult. Look at that, going from bad to worse. You think I'm going to hit this guy in the air? Look at that, Battle of the Rapids. Rapids stick together. Froppy isn't the strongest Rapid, but with the way Froppy mains play, you would think that they think they are. Do you know what I mean? When a Froppy is on you, it's like they believe nothing can hurt them. I'm like, you do realize that you're not Ida. You do realize that you're not Mirio. Why are you coming at me so aggressively? What the hell is wrong with you? But I respect it. There's Froppy. I feel like you have to have a level of confidence to be a Froppy main. Hitting this guy after his recent buff. Now that's a different story compared to everyone else. That guy who just happened to be standing there when I hit the gamma. I was like, oh, sorry. This is the only way you hit Rapid Bakugos now. When they're on the floor trying to do something else. You just interrupt their session. Because when they're flying around the place doing all this and that, they are difficult. And I'm saying that as someone who's beaten, like, you know, top 2, top 3 Rapid Bakugos. So don't worry, I know how hard the top ones are to hit. But I'm just speaking generally. I would love to see a full Rapid lobby. Just to kind of get a gauge on which Rapids do the best against one another. I would hazard a guess and say if there was like a full Rapid lobby, I think more often than not, Idas would come out on top maybe. But again, I'm not even too sure. I feel like they should. But who knows really. Yeah, I feel as if Ida has always been the top dog in Rapid, and I don't think that will ever change, unless like they you know completely sabotage him. But Rapid Bakugo's definitely got a shout now with that latest buff. Mirio has always been good too. I say always. Mirio was good once they made him a lot easier after he came out. Do you guys prefer this mountain zone, or do you prefer the first mountain zone? You know, before they changed it. Because I didn't like old mountain zone, and I don't necessarily like new mountain zone either. But I think I hate this mountain zone a little less. I don't like either of them. I don't like new mountain zone, I don't like old mountain zone. But I think this one is a bit better. So I think this mountain zone is better than the old one. But I also know some people who say they don't like this new mountain zone and they prefer the old one. The reason why I like this mountain zone is because I think it can work for mobile characters and non-mobile characters. Whereas I felt the old mountain zone was just for mobile characters. And I know you can say, oh, but what about the bottom part? Listen, end circles very rarely took place around the bottom part. It was always the top part where it was gonna, things were gonna get decided. In this one, it's just as likely to get decided down at the bottom as it is at the top. So I think at least for this new mountain zone, lesser mobility characters have a chance to win as much as the the other characters with more mobility, relatively anyway. But I feel like with the old mountain zone, the high mobility characters would just go to the top and they just would not go down there with you. So that's why I say the old one, that even for the grounded characters, it didn't really favor them, even though you had the tunnels below. Because the high mobility characters just wouldn't go there. If it was an end circle, they'd just be on top. So why would they go down there? Sorry, Froppy. Had to do it to you. Okay. Hi. G to the G to the G, G. Oh, flipping out. Why'd you have to fall like that? Somebody should have caught her. This is just a training course, man. This reminds me of season 1 of, is it season 1 or season 2? My Hero Academia, where, like, it's a training exam or something for Deku, Bakugo, and All Might. But All Might is hitting them like he's trying to kill them. I'm like, dude, you could have just broken Bakugo's back with that last move. Are you sure this is a school assessment? With all that being said, though, hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you guys for watching. Probably gonna call it on that one. Might add a bonus game in at the end, not too sure. But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Any comments, of course, are always welcomed, and I'll respond back to whatever looks reasonable. See you soon.
こ見てんだ。全方位に圧倒的だ。まだまだ調子乗んな。
アイテムボックスが出たわよ。どうするの？
俺がトップだ。
見切ったわ。
やっせ
一部私の前じゃ
レベルアップだ。よし。
あら？
圧倒的だ。
行くわよ。
30秒前になったらまたこっち
アイテムがあんじゃね
準備 OK？
えか。食らっとけ。もう見えてろ。一点集中だ。
キラリ
せい
ンチャンスよ。逃げるな。シルト
口だ。せい調子乗んな。貫け。一点集中だ。レベルアップ。使いすぎたか。食らっとけ。ぶっ殺す。半端ねえぞ。最速だ。調子乗んな。避けてみろ。最速だ。
私の前じゃ敵もイチコロね。
みんなお待ちかね。アイテムボックスが
どっからでもかかってこい。あばよ。
変動完了。その報告はプレゼント
今回復の持ち合わせがなくて。
容赦しねえ。半端ね
ゴミを一匹ぶっ壊した。
えぞ。どこ見てんだ。ぶっ殺す。痛えぞ。片付け。もう見えてろ。最速だ。せい調子乗んな。半端ねえぞ。よっと回復アイテムよこせ。
あと30秒でエリアが動くぞ。全員自分の位置を確認しとけよ。
余裕だぜ。避けてみろ。バカが。避けてみろ。どこ見てんだ。よし。止めてみろ。せいレベルアップだ。よっ
もらったわ。いい加減。
どうするぞ。音だ。
なんなのよ。
最速だ。
私の前じゃ敵もイチコロね。
余裕だ。半端ねえぞ。回復アイテムよこせ。
ゴミを一匹ぶっ壊した。
レベルアップだ。爆殺。
ゴミを一匹ぶっ壊した。
一体どっちが強いんだ。
見えてろ。
ここで白黒。
避けてみろ。
粉砕。
圧倒的だ。
ゲームセット。
いいね。
今回のチャンピオンはこいつらだ。
誰かこいつら